Hey, welcome to The Code with Noah, a culture shock podcast. Quick pause before we go on. I want to remind you that what you are listening to right now are excerpts from articles on our gospel website, www.thevangel.com, and other broadcasts on YouTube, where you get access to unique insights in detail on specific issues through our playlists, all provided completely free and in many languages too. If you are ready to go deeper, such as examining the scriptures and other authorities for you to move from listening to building a leadership career, we have something deeper for you in those locations. The Code with Noah, a culture shock podcast, is set to be about 5 minutes podcasts. A few are a bit longer. They are delivered under various aspects of life issues 4 times every week to discuss issues that young people are talking about to help align their perspectives towards the will of God. On Mondays with Noah, it's the Culture Shock series. Wednesdays with Noah take on the Hard Truths series. On Fridays with Noah, we tackled the supernatural edge of living. And on Sundays with Noah, we delve deep into the ancient codes delivered by the prophets. When you dream up a comment or a review, you are not just showing gratitude. You may be provoking another episode for us to expand upon. You gain, and your friends gain too. Place your contribution in your favorite podcast app, wherever you hear this. You may want to visit our websites to leave your message. We will equally get it. We have many podcasts and other valuable publications on YouTube. Once again, if you want more details from any of our articles or videos, we are always ready to go a little bit further. Now, let's get back to decoding.
What's good, fam? Welcome back to The Code. We are deep in our series, The Anxious Generation. Last week, we talked about why we are scared of everything. Today, we need to talk about why we don't know who we are. We are the first generation that has to curate a brand before we even finish puberty. You have a bio to write, a PFP to choose, an aesthetic to maintain. You have to decide, are you the funny one, the athletic one, the aesthetic one, the edgy one? We treat our actual lives like a video game character customization screen. We keep swapping skins, trying to find the one that gets the most likes. But the hard truth for today is, if you live for their validation, you will die by their rejection. We are in a massive identity crisis because we are letting strangers write our code. Today, we are going to delete the profile and find the person. Let's open the source code. We need to reset our factory settings to see who the designer actually made. Lesson 1. The mirror glitch. First up, Genesis 1:27 NLT. This is the OG code. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. The breakdown. In his own image. Here's the glitch. We have stopped looking at God to find out who we are and started looking at influencers. We are designed to be mirrors. If you look at God, you reflect God, confidence, love, purpose. But if you look at the culture, you reflect the culture, insecurity, comparison, anxiety. The reason you feel empty is that you are mirroring broken people. You are trying to be a baddie or a sigma or whatever the algorithm says is cool this week. But God says you are an image bearer. You don't need a filter to be valuable. You carry the DNA of the king. Hey, quick pause before we go on. I want to remind you that what you are listening to right now are excerpts from articles on our gospel website, www.thevangel.com, and other broadcasts on YouTube where you get access to unique insights in detail on specific issues through our playlists and articles, all provided completely free and in many languages too. This series, Code with Noah, is set to be a collection of 5-minute podcasts or less. A few are a bit longer. They are delivered to handle aspects of life, issues that young people are talking about to help align their perspectives towards the will of God, 4 times every week. On Mondays with Noah, it's the Culture Shock series about rooting lifestyles. Wednesdays with Noah takes on the hard truths about trending social issues. On Fridays with Noah, we tackle the supernatural spiritual edge of living. And on Sundays with Noah, we delve deep into the ancient codes delivered by the prophets in Bible study. When you make a comment or a review, you are not just showing gratitude. You may be provoking another episode for us to expound upon. You gain, and your friends gain too. Anyways, your contribution matters. Place your contribution in your favorite podcast app wherever you hear this. Please visit our pages and websites to leave your message. www.thevangel.com is a sure bet to connect to everything else. We have many podcasts and other valuable publications on YouTube to bless you and your friends. Thanks. Now, let's get back to decoding. Lesson 2. The one-of-one token. Now let's talk about value. Ephesians 2:10 NLT. For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so we can do the good things He planned for us long ago. The breakdown. Masterpiece. The Greek word here is poema. It means a work of art. Think about the difference between a poster you buy at Walmart and a painting in a museum. The poster is mass-produced. There are millions of them. If one rips, you buy another one for $5. The painting is an original. It's a one-of-one. It's priceless. The world treats you like a poster, replaceable. If you aren't trendy, they scroll past. But God calls you a masterpiece. You cannot be replicated. Stop trying to copy someone else's flow. When you copy, you become a cheap imitation. When you embrace your own design, you become a masterpiece. Lesson 3. The verified status. Finally, let's talk about status. 1 Peter 2:9 NLT. But you are not like that, for you are a chosen people. You are royal priests, a holy nation, God's very own possession. The breakdown. A chosen people. We kill ourselves trying to get chosen by the world. We want to be chosen for the team, chosen for the date, chosen by the algorithm. We want that blue check mark. But Peter says, you are already verified. God didn't wait for you to be perfect to choose you. He chose you while you were still messy. Royal priests. That is a status update. You aren't just a user on God's platform. You're an admin. You have access. When you know you are already chosen, you stop begging for attention. You walk into a room differently because you know who signed your paycheck. The conclusion. So here's the wrap-up. The identity crisis happens when we forget our manufacturer. 1. Stop mirroring the culture. Look at God to see your reflection. 2. You are one of one. Stop trying to be a duplicate. Be the masterpiece. 3. You are verified. You don't need their likes. You have His love. You aren't who they say you are. You are who He says you are. That's it for episode 2 of The Anxious Generation. Next week, we're tackling the big one, the FOMO virus. We're going to talk about the fear of missing out and why we can't sit still. If you know who you are today, drop a crown in the comments. This is Noah. Stay weird, stay faithful. Peace.